But this is the reason why we haven't traded all that much this year and why we focus on the data so much. Because a lot of people have been fighting this market and getting chewed up and spit out and like splattered on the floor. But you don't have to. Follow a set of plans, you have a set of rules, and you follow those with consistency and discipline.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell.
Are you ready to effortlessly take the guesswork out of trading in only 10 minutes a day? Well, the 10-Minute Trading Room is exactly what you've been looking for. Head to 10-Minute Trading Room right now to learn more and trade alongside us inside the 10-Minute Trading Room. Be sure to like, subscribe, and watch all of our past episodes.
Good afternoon, traders. I hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all the veterans. I need to let you know ahead of time, it is storming like the dickens outside. So there is a very real possibility we're going to lose power. And if so, the live stream is going to be over at that point. But we're going to push on as if everything is going to plan. So hope you had a great weekend. Welcome back to the trading room. As you know, yesterday was a holiday, and we don't trade on the holiday. So good to catch up with you on a Tuesday here. So the plan today is to go through our regular... I don't know if you could hear that. The plan today is to go through our regular process and then take a look at the outlier data, see if we can make some trades around there, and then we will be moving on with our days. So let's get right into it and let's go to our market analysis. All right, welcome to the 10-Minute Trading Room. This is how to trade in only 10 minutes a day and exactly how we take the guesswork out of trading. Now with our 10 minutes to freedom trading strategies, you know it always starts with the market. We're gonna let the market tell us which direction it's going. We do that with a few key performance indicators. We do that with the 10 over the 20 with price over the 50 on the SPY. So let's go to the SPY. The 10 is over the 20, so blue line over black line. Price is over the red line, that's the 50-day. So this is a bullish trend, and it has been for a while. Next, MMFI, this is the percent of stocks above their own 50-day moving average. Now, using this, and we're going to talk about this more in the final thoughts for today, we have not been in the market for a long, long time. Now, only last week did I start taking trades in the market using outlier data, which I am giving to you as part of the trading room, and I'm excited to use this with you. So this is Bearish. And then finally, FinClub, which is our artificial intelligence market timing signal. It was green today. So this came in as bullish, bullish, and bearish. Now, on a day when that happens, we don't have a confluence of market signals. So this is a transition day. We're not in the market waiting for valid market setups using the 10 minutes to freedom trading strategy. Now, we are making some addendums to that. This is definitely in process right now using the outlier trades. So we aren't going to be looking or searching for our own trades using the 10 minutes to freedom strategy. We're going to be looking for trades using the outlier data. So let's take a look at that. So with the outlier data today, here, this is what pulled through on the bullish side and on the bearish side. And as you can see, really not many to choose from. I'm telling you, it's storming outside. But we have a few stocks we need to go through first before we look to add any new stocks. So we're going to go through each of these that we have on. So I'm going to open the data for each one. And we're going to take a look at it. All right, so top of the board here is going to be COF, Capital One Finance. This one has been tremendous. We are up over $5 at this point. Got in at 99.33. Now it's up to 104.56. Definitely not one that I'm looking to take off. And looking at the data for it, which should be this one here, you can see that we are not to a selling position on this yet. The way that we'd be looking for a selling position is if one of two things happen, and this would be across all of our setups here, is if we get a sell signal after a buy, right? If we get a sell signal after a buy, or if we see the blue line, which is an oscillator line, if we see that start cresting and rolling over. So for example, we take a look at it right here, and as you can see, still pushing up, not rolled over, no sell signal. So we're holding on to Capital One Finance. That one's doing awesome. Like I say, up about $5 on that one so far. Pretty happy with that. Next one on the board is short in Colgate Palmolive. This one as well has been fantastic. We're now up $4 at this point. $4 like almost right now exactly. And if you look at Colgate Palmolive, same story, right? We had a sell signal and it is still pushing down on its oscillator here. So we don't have a signal to close the trade. And of course, if it's working, you gotta let those trades run as far as they can. So Colgate Palmolive stays on. Next on the board is UBS. Now UBS is a different story. We put this one on. It's really not gone anywhere. It's gone down. We're down about 60 cents on that right now from 2015 to 1946. Taking a look at UBS data here. Now, if you remember just a minute ago, we talked about the oscillator, right? How it looked. We want to see it start to curl over, and that would be an exit point. Here's a perfect example. I know the data kind of gets in the way at the top here, but what we're trying to see is if the oscillator is moving up and then crests and then starts coming back down, that's the signal, that's the sell signal, which actually aligns perfectly with that sell signal right there. As you can see, it is moving up and the angle of this is slowing down. So not quite to a sell signal yet. I don't love it, but then again, we don't have an exit signal, so we got to hold on to it. That's the way trading goes, right? You're waiting for entry, you're waiting for exit signals, and in the meantime, you have to continue waiting. So UBS is not to an exit point yet, but I think it could be soon if it doesn't reverse and just continue going up. Next is SYF, Synchrony Financial. I learned a lesson on this one. So I put this one on early in the day. And as you can see, this was on May 23rd. It was at 31.11, but it closed well off of there, a good 50 cents down from there. It's back in the green now by about 15 cents or so. So this one's looking all right at this point. But what I learned was I'm going to continue to put the trades on at the end of the day, like I have been. And as you can see, if we had put it on at the end of the day, this would have been a good 60 or 80 cents at this point. So lesson learned, and definitely will be applying that going forward. But this one is also looking good above all of its key moving averages. It's looking at the 200 right now, but let's go to the SYF page here. You can see that look at the slope of this line, right? Really strong upward slope here. Still waiting for a sell signal or the slope of the oscillator to turn around. Boom. So this one looks great. Next is NLY. I believe this is going to be one that I may take off early. If we do get a signal to take it off, because check this out, right? This is a short position here. Now, if we look at it, we put it on 1845, it's up to 1894 right now, so about 50 cents off for us. But the oscillator is really flat. We do want to see the curl and then just like a drop down, right? Like imagine it looking like this, right? Curling over and then flowing down. That's the objective here. So waiting for a buy signal, or a reversal in this, but right now it's flat. It's flat-ish, and I would like it to be a lot more down. Then our last trade here is short SBLK. So real quick, long Capital One, short Colgate Palmolive, long UBS, long Synchrony, short NLY, short SBLK. And in my account, CL is doing great. COF is doing great. NLY is down a little. SBLK and SYF are both flat. And UBS is definitely the biggest loser I have right now. So lastly on SBLK, let's take a look at it. This one, from a trend following perspective, looks great. I have zero issues with it whatsoever. It's just, down. It's working for us for about 5 cents there. If we go to the outlier data, you can see this is what we want to see, right? We want to see that curl over and down. So this one looks great too. So that's all the trades that we have on right now. So of all these, I don't have any exit signals, so I'm going to keep them on. Next is we take the ones that are available today and we can make some potentially new opportunities here. I've already done the legwork and I've already put them in our outlier scanner. At some point, this will be available to download for you, but I'm still working on some things with it. Let me go ahead and refresh. So of the long setups and the short setups, only one actually passes based on our criteria, and that is MGY. Now, MGY, let's take a look at MGY. As you can see, it's below its 10-period moving average. The relative strength on this is only 47, and that has declined by 39% in the last week. So tremendously down on this one. Now, I did make some updates to this since last we spoke. One of them is that I did incorporate the 10-period moving average because I'm really good with spreadsheets. I can code a lot of stuff into them. So this now is looking at the 10-period moving average for us to tell us if it is or isn't above its 10-period moving average. So that's one less step we have to take. Additionally, it also takes a look at the volume. A lot of these were low volume, right? So CNS, FWRD was low volume. Run is high volume. TNL, BB is high volume. Let's look at BB real quick. I don't know anything about BB. So this one, 104% with negative 27 relative strength delta, meaning it's 104 right now. It was 27 points higher last week. Let's take a look at BB real quick. Look at that. Okay, so this one is just flirting with its 10 period right now. If it were down here, more than likely it would show up as set up for entry, but it's not there yet. And it's only a $5 stock. That was the other thing. We need a $15 limit because $5 stocks are just too low. So MGY, that's the only one that shows up for us today. Let's go back to that. From a trend following perspective, that looks good. I have to write down things so I don't forget, right? So the LR data, we dropped these in the relative strength data. These have already passed on the charts. Now liquidity, remove the don't match the criteria for liquidity. Okay, so next let's go to here, MGY. Man, this is what I saw earlier. There actually are some opportunities here. Let's go to open interest. Either one of these look interesting here. This one I like because it has a lot of open interest and it's pretty tight. This one I don't like. I like 50 cents wide, and this is, what is this, 80 cents wide nearly? However, extrinsic value is 51 cents. So this is nearly all extrinsic value, which I don't love. I wonder if we got out a little further, if there's any more open interest. Oh, this could work. Let's see. July, 135 to 155. We want to see at least 250. And then extrinsic, 84 cents. That's still too much. My limit for extrinsic value is right around 20%. I mean, give or take a little bit here and there, but 250 plus open interest, less than 50 cent bid-ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value. So it just doesn't fit. I'd like to get this. I mean, the price is great, but the width of the strikes, I mean, it's 30% width of the strikes between the two, which is quite a lot. So yeah, we're not going to put on anything MGY. So there's not going to be any new trades today. Let me go update the Discord real quick. 5/30/23. Transition day. No new outlier trades. And no closing trades. Boom. Okay, there's everything you need to know. All right, so that will conclude the amount of trading that we have to do. Now, I need to talk to you about some final thoughts that I have. Most of this year, we've been in cash. Most of this year, we have been in cash. In fact, I'll show you my results here real quick. Most of this year, we've been in cash, right? A couple of trades here and there didn't really work out, but you can see there's been long stretches of nothing going on. 18 trades for the whole year at this point. 18 trades for the year at this point, Chris? Are you for real? We're 40% through the year right now. What's going on? The reason being is, and I've already closed it, is the amount of stocks in the S&P 500 that have been bullish, right? That's a huge part of our plan, is how bullish is the market in general. I can tell you, it's not been a huge broad-based rally as most people think it was, right? The year-to-date performance in the SPY is up about 10%, which is pretty awesome, right? That's what you want to see every year, at least 10%. There are only 7 stocks that make up basically half of the market as far as the market pricing. The rest of the 493 are up only 1%. So these stocks, these 7 stocks, are up 45%. The rest of the market combined is up 1%. A few stocks are literally holding up the entire market, which we've seen. We have seen. If you take out the AI-related stocks, the S&P 500 is not up this year, and the hype is real. Now, what are those stocks? Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Nvidia, and Tesla. So FANG Plus. Look at this. FANG Plus, just on a rip tear, the S&P average up 10%. Everybody else, 1%. Most people have no idea how the weighting works. And the top 20 stocks contribute most of its return, right? These 20 stocks, by weight, are basically all of the return for the year. It's crazy to think about. But this is the reason why we haven't traded all that much this year and why we focus on the data so much. Because a lot of people have been fighting this market and getting chewed up and spit out and like splattered on the floor. But you don't have to. Follow a set of plans. You have a set of rules. And you follow those with consistency and discipline. Well, the market can do whatever. You just wait until the day when it's set up to meet your criteria, and then you go. So, thank you so much for coming to today's 10-minute trading room. I will keep you up to date as we explore more of these outlier trades. And I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Talk soon.
Hey, don't forget, head to 10minutetradingroom.com to learn how to effortlessly take the guesswork out of trading in only 10 minutes a day and start trading right beside us in the 10-minute trading room.